I love Ridin Durty radio. Vic XL. And just like that, once again, it's on.
And just like that, once again, it's on. What's up, world? It's your boy Vic XL, and this is the world-renowned Ridin Durty show. What up to everybody on my Facebook Live page, man? Y'all jump on this thing faster than I do. I gotta say, man, love you guys. One time, my man Butch Lope, the Blockster. I gotta say this. I'm proud to announce this coming really soon. I'm going to be doing a Facebook Live only show called The Duel. That's right. The Duel will be a show that it's going to be like a battle of the jams. I get music upon music upon music upon music every day, and I always feel like I could be doing more for the community. So starting really soon, y'all definitely keep it locked in. I will bring y'all The Duel right here on Facebook Live. All right. So, again, one time for everybody on the check-in on my Facebook Live, man. Love you guys. One time for everybody on WRFG. One time for everybody over at Beat Break Radio FM. One time to everybody on who works for all the streaming services that actually carry the Ridin Durty show, man. If it wasn't for these platforms, there wouldn't be no Ridin Durty show. And just for that, I got to say, I appreciate all the hard work for everybody who makes the rebroadcast of the Ridin Durty show possible. All right? All right. Now, you know, we are getting very close to Thanksgiving. You understand what I'm saying? It's time for us to give thanks. I like to say Thanksgiving is like Natural Love Day. Please make sure you surround yourself with loved ones, family, good food, football, and if you can get a little early Black Friday shopping, definitely get that done. But please, everybody, remember to come together on Thanksgiving in fellowship and family. All right? Got to say that. Got to get that out of the way. Now, I got to say one time for our amazing sponsors, okay? One time for Dr. Juice Cleanse. That's right. Dr. Juice Cleanse is an all-natural cleanser. You understand me? Dr. Juice Cleanse is an all-natural cleanser that does all kind of amazing things for your body, like slow down the aging process. It also can help you lose up to 25 pounds in 10 days. It helps balance your pH systems, helps remove mucus and toxins from your body. It helps relieve stress. You understand? Now, if you are like me and your day takes upon different shapes and forms when you have to deal with different things, when you do multiple tasks and have multiple jobs, it can be stressful sometimes. Well, Dr. Juice Cleanse can help. It can help you relieve stress. You understand? It can help you relieve stress. It's better than a stress ball. And it can help you lose weight. Two amazing things that I think with that alone makes this product great. But also, Dr. Juice Cleanse is an independent-owned company developed by a former hip-hop artist. So if y'all can do me one big favor, find out more about this amazing product by visiting drjuicecleanse.com. And when you visit them, if you do decide to purchase some drjuicecleanse.com, then definitely let them know that Vic XL and the Ridin Durty show sent you. All right. I also got to say one time for our sponsor, WMG Music Group. That's right, WMG Music Group. They are a publishing, marketing, management, and publicity company. If you're an artist out there and you are in need of to get your music to the next level, you're trying to get your music in the hands of some of the hottest DJs, you're trying to get your video on all the streaming outlets, or if you're just trying to brush up on your interview skills, well, WMR Music Group can definitely help you. Matter of fact, visit their website at WMRresearchgroup.com. Find out more about this company and what they can do for you. They have an amazing 6-week program that will definitely start getting your music, your videos, wherever you need to be, and also start getting your plays and your sales generated. So again, one time for WMR Music Group and one time for Dr. Juice Cleanse. And when you visit both those companies and their websites, make sure you let them know Vic XL and the Ridin Durty Show sent you, and don't hesitate to follow them on social media. All right, today is November the 20th. I gotta say happy birthday to 1/3 of the Beastie Boys, Mr. Mike D. Mike D turns 53 years old today. Definitely happy birthday to him. Gotta say happy birthday to one of my favorite MCs, one of the nicest guys I ever had a chance to meet. He's no longer with us, but I still like to celebrate his birthday, and may he rest in peace. Rest in peace, Malik the 5-Foot Freak, aka Fife Dog of A Tribe Called Quest. If he was alive, he would be 48 years old today. Alright, also gotta say happy birthday to one of the MCs who are definitely on the top of the charts right now. Happy birthday to Mr. Future. Future turns 35 years old today, and he's still popping out them babies. One time for Future, happy birthday to you, sir. I also gotta say happy birthday to former medalist and gymnast Miss Dominique Dawes. She turns 42 years old today. And last but not least, I gotta say happy birthday to Mr. Demetrius Ship Jr. Now, y'all might say, Vic, who the hell is Demetrius Ship Jr.? Well, Demetrius Ship Jr. is the gentleman. If you had a chance to see the Tupac biopic, All Eyes on Me, Demetrius Ship Jr. is the gentleman who had the opportunity to play Tupac. All right, so if you know any of these people, follow any of these people on social media, or you want to, go follow them and let them know that, you know what, you heard it was their birthday, and Vic XL wanted you to wish them a happy birthday, and do that for me, if you ever be so kind. Now, you know I like to tell you about the wacky holidays. Well, tomorrow is November the 21st, one day before Thanksgiving, but tomorrow, November the 21st, is National Tie Day. Okay? It's also National Red Mitten Day. It's National Jukebox Day. And it's National Gingerbread Cookie Day. Okay? Oh, and last but not least, it's National Stuffing Day. So, tomorrow, November 21st, get your tie on, or your red mitten on, or your jukebox, or your gingerbread cookie, or your stuffing day, because those are the national days of tomorrow. And I gotta say one time in hip-hop news, I definitely gotta say one time to legendary MC Mr. Snoop Dogg. He has had his star retired on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. So one time for Mr. Snoop Dogg. All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I gave y'all a little hip-hop news. I definitely told y'all about the people who make this show possible. I let y'all know who birthday. You know what? I don't want to go too fast, because this is something that's breaking the internet, and I cannot do this show and not mention it, especially since I've talked about him and covered him so much. All right, y'all know the rapper Tekashi 6ix9ine. If you don't know, if you've been on a rock, then maybe you don't know. But Tekashi 6ix9ine right now is definitely an independent artist who is definitely on the rise. He has a song with Nicki Minaj. He's 10 for 10 in his songs being on the Billboard chart as an independent artist. Well, you know what? He's had beef with everybody in the industry. Well, last week, Tekashi 6ix9ine said he only fears two things in life. That's God and the feds. Well, it seems like the feds came knocking before God, because he and his manager, Treyway Shotty, have been indicted on Fed charges for weapons and possible drugs. Okay? So we're going to keep close and see how that things work. Because ironically, my man 6ix9ine is the king of trolling, and he has an album coming out Friday. So I don't know if this is a troll or not, because they say he's actually been put in general population while he's been in jail. So hopefully, my man will make it out. Nothing will happen to him, and he will continue his career. Now, Tekashi 6ix9ine had a lot of people telling him slow his roll, pipe down, but I guess he didn't listen to what they were saying, and now he's been indicted by the feds. And man, Tekashi, you had a very promising career. Hopefully this thing will blow over. You got a brand new album coming out this week. Like I said, hopefully this thing will blow over, and you'll be back out making hot music. And man, I just definitely hope that you make it back out. I also gotta say one time for man Eminem, he has a brand new clothing line called Kamikaze, and it will be unveiling Black Friday weekend. So y'all make sure y'all get some of that kamikaze gear by my man Eminem. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I gave y'all a little hip hop news, gave y'all celebrity birthdays, and let you know about our wonderful sponsors. Now it's time for me to let you know about the people who are definitely doing their thing when it comes to moving and shaking and making it happen. So tonight is no different than any other night on the Ridin Durty show, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. So I wanted to welcome to the show singer, songwriter, actress, Miss Shana Lee. How you doing tonight, ma'am? Ooh, let me make sure I got on. All right. We got Miss Shana Lee on the line. How you doing tonight, ma'am? All right, she is not hearing me, so let me drop her song and see if I can catch her. All right, we'll be back.
I was proud when I saw you. You was on it like white on rice. Couldn't make it too easy, so I had to put up a fight. You raised my temperature. This can't be just love. Make you mad. I'm gonna make you mad. I'm gonna make you mad. I'm gonna make you mad. I need you to be my boo. I need you to be my boo. I'm gonna make you mad. 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 I need you to be my boo. I need.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, on the line we have Miss Shana Lee. How you doing tonight, ma'am? Yellow.
Hello?
How you doing tonight? Miss Shana Lee, are you there with me?
Yes, I'm here, but it seems like the connection is a little off. I'm hearing you in and out.
All right, how are we now? I've done a little adjusting. Can you hear me any better?
Yes, I can.
Okay. All right. So let's get this thing started. I definitely want to apologize for the technical difficulties. The first thing I gotta ask, because being from the South, sometimes I tend to mispronounce people's names. So is it Shana Lee or Shana Lee?
It's Shana Lee. You had it right the first time.
Okay, Shana Lee. Okay, let's definitely get into it. First of all, I just gave them a little bit of the song. We're gonna get to it at the end of the interview. But please let all the listeners know where you're from and what made you decide to get into the music business.
Okay, well, I was born in the West Indies. I am Jamaican descent, and I migrated here when I was a toddler. And I lived in New York for a majority of my life. I was basically raised in Queens, but right now I reside in Long Island.
Okay, now tell me this.
And I got into the. I was going to answer you the second half of your question.
I'm gonna let you, but you mentioned Queens, and I want to know also, what's it like growing up in Queens, an area that is so rich in hip hop history?
Growing up in Queens is, when it comes to music, it's inspiring. Well, New York as a whole, you know, there's a lot of artists, there's a lot of art. The high school I went to was actually a performing arts high school, so I was surrounded by that and a lot, and I wanted to be surrounded by it. So I think me growing up in New York, I appreciated it because I had all of that around me, you know.
Right. So now, what was your childhood like? What was in the household of Shana Lee like? And when did you decide to get into music?
Okay, well, my childhood was, from what I remember, I had a pretty okay childhood. My parents actually got divorced when I was around 13. Up until then, I would say my childhood was pretty good. You know, the years got a little rough after my dad left because it was just me, my mom, and my brother. And we were struggling, you know. But those hard times kind of made me who I am today, so I'm actually thankful for that. But I would definitely say that I had a pretty good childhood. Besides that, can't complain.
All right. How did your family take it when you told them you wanted to do music?
Well, I'm going to be honest. My family was not necessarily happy about that. I don't even think they're happy about it to this day. They tried to discourage me. My mom really wanted me to get into the medical field, and I was very adamant about, wanting to do music and entertainment because I don't know. I have this thing where I feel like you get this life, I don't think it's conducive to work a job that you don't like or you hate just because you're getting paid good money. I wanna get joy out of what I do. And I love music and I love entertainment, and it doesn't feel like work for me. And I can't wait for the day when I'm making, not even making big bucks. If I can live comfortably off of doing my music or my entertainment, I will be the happiest person alive.
I can imagine. I can definitely imagine. Now, I have to ask this because, it's very important to have a strong support system, especially when you're doing independent music or independent business. All right, knowing that your family wanted you to possibly pursue a medical field, what's it like knowing that at this point this might not be what they want you to do, and how do you overcome that?
Well, I try not to let it get to me, but sometimes, especially my immediate family, like my mom, sometimes I wish she would support me more, and it does get discouraging when you don't have that support, because there are times where you doubt yourself, and you're like, should I even keep doing this? I feel like that's where the support comes in, because they remind you, like, what are you talking about? You are the shit. You better get out there and do what you gotta do. So I sometimes feel like I wish I had that, especially in my days where I'm feeling a little discouraged. So the best thing that I can really say about that is, even when I don't have it, I have to have a strong mind and push myself. Just remind myself why I got started, because this is what I really want. And think about how devastated I would be if I had regrets.
Okay, definitely. So, who are some of the artists that influence you to be creative and to pursue music?
Oh boy, I have a lot, but I'll just name a few. So, I've always been into old school. Growing up, I listened to a lot of old school R&B. When I was a young girl, my dad played a lot of music in the house, and he loved Boyz II Men. He loved Mariah Carey. He loved even going a little bit older, Michael Jackson, The Temptations. So I have a little bit of that soulful kind of, that's where I get my soulful sound from. But I also like a little bit of the newer people like Beyonce. I always talk about Ashanti when I do interviews because I think she's slept on. And she's actually one of my biggest inspirations because she was the reason why I started writing music. She came out with this book, and it basically was just like a book about her life and like a lot of songs that she wrote that didn't make it to her album, and also a lot of poems. And I love that book so much. And it was after I read that book that it was just like, I want to become a writer, let me start writing. So she really influenced me to do that. And, to this day, I get compliments on my writing skills. So, yeah, I'll definitely say those people were my inspiration. There's a lot more, but I'll stop with those,
Okay.
with those few.
All right, now, being an independent artist and a female in this male-dominated industry, have you had any challenges when it comes to being a female, or have you ever ran into your male counterparts not taking you serious?
Yes. So one of the biggest challenges is, I would say I'm an attractive female, and one of the biggest challenges is when you do meet men in the industry, you kind of have to be upfront about letting them know that you will not be involved in any type of pleasure with them. Like, the only thing you want to do is be about business. I realize dealing with men in the industry that I have to put that out there up front, because a lot of the times they'll try to work with you just to get that part out of it when they really they don't have any interest in your music or your projects at all. That has been a very challenging too for me. It really bothers me that I have to do that, but I do understand that's how the music industry is. You know, another challenge is, you know, just a personal challenge. Like, you know, I work 2 jobs, but I also have to make spare time for my craft. And a challenge I have is kind of making sure I'm taking care of myself, but still putting aside that money to invest in my craft. You know, so sometimes I wish I had an extra $500 to $1,000 to put towards a music video or to put towards studio time. You know, because I have to drive, but sometimes I don't have that extra money to do what I want to do. You know, so those 2 things I would say would be the number 1 and 2 challenges that I have to go through constantly in the music industry.
All right. Is it hard being an independent artist and definitely doing for yourself, finding the proper producers to help bring your sound to life, or have you been able to find that right crew of people?
Yeah, I mean, I usually, you know, ask around. I go to, you know, networking events, and I'll meet people there. I'll meet producers there. Sometimes you can go online and find what you're looking for. But it really is, to me, with that, it's kind of a hit and miss, you know. You never really know. You might take a while to find a great beat you want to work with, or you might see someone and they have the perfect beat, and you're like, yo, I got to get on that. So as far as working with people that you mesh well with, you just never know. You just got to give people a shot once you feel like you're interested in working with them.
Okay, I can definitely understand that. So, right now, we know you got this single, but what else is in the works for you? What else is in the works for you?
Wow, I had, not only do I have the single, I do have an album out. It's out on streaming. It's called Phases, and it's on every platform. So, whether that's Tidal, you know, Spotify, whatever you listen to, if you type my name in, Shana Lee Phases, it should pop up. That single is off the album as well. I also have a web series out right now, which it actually is the visual to the album. So the album is the songs, and the web series kind of gives you the full package. So you get to see where the songs kind of came from. And I actually put out the web series, the visual to go with the album, because I'm also an actress. And I wanted to show people not only my singing talent, but also my acting talent, so that they can see, you know, exactly what I have to offer. Mm-hmm. And as far as what's coming up, my team is working on a tour next year for the summer, so I'm super looking forward to that. I'm hoping to touch as much as maybe 15 to 20 states in the U.S., so I'm hoping that everything goes well with that, and that will happen. If it does, I'm going to be ecstatic. That would actually be my first tour. So, yeah.
All right, and you know what? I also noticed, I meant to say this when we started the interview. I got to say happy belated birthday, because I know your birthday was like 5 days ago, correct?
Yes, our birthday was on November 15th. I actually turned a big 3-0. So I just made it to the 30 club. I hear it's crazy on this side, but I'm ready for it.
So
I enjoyed myself. Actually, I went to California for the first time. I never been on the West Coast, so my birthday was really great.
All right, when you was in Cali, what did you do? Did you get some chicken and waffles? Did you do some PR work? What did you do while in Cali?
No, I went to a museum. I got to go to the beach. I went hiking. I don't know if you heard of everybody probably knows about this. Like the Ridin Canyon, where like you can hike up to the top and see the Hollywood sign. Mm-hmm. So I did that, and that was pretty dope. The views were amazing up there. That was actually the highlight of my little vacay.
Okay. Now let's go back to Phases. Tell me a little bit more about Phases. Number one, why the title, and what can we expect when we hear this album?
So Phases is actually a true story that I turned into a project. So I went through an experience in my relationship, and I don't know, I know like most artists could relate. When you're going through something, it's like the easiest time to write music because your emotions just start to flow on the paper. So I took all the emotions I was going through, and I was like, you know what? I know a lot of people, not only women, but men too, can relate to what I'm going through right now. So I had an idea that just came one day. I was about to go to sleep. The idea came into my head. I wanted to make a visual album out of my experience. And that's how the whole idea started. And I teamed up with this guy named Alan Berry. We put our minds together. He's a videographer/director. So he wrote the script to the web series, and he kind of like listened to exactly how I wanted it to be portrayed, and we just brought it to life. And we called it Phases because it really was a phase. Like, we go through like us as humans, we go through so many phases, you know, and different emotions from different experiences. And after that particular moment passed, it's either we learned from it, well, most of the time we learned from it, or we gained something else from it. But it really was just a phase. And I was looking at it from that aspect, and that's why I named it Phases, because it's like a few phases all piled up into one project. So you get to see that when you listen to the album and also when you watch the visuals.
All right, now tell us, okay, what streaming networks we can find the album, and where can we find the visuals to the album?
Okay, so the album is on all streaming. So that's Pandora, Spotify, YouTube, Tidal, Apple Music, whatever it is you listen to, you can find it on there. The visual part of it, the web series is on my YouTube. You go on YouTube, you type in Shana Lee, Phases, it's right there. Also on my Instagram, it's on my IGTV, because IGTV has this thing now where you can put, you know, lengthy videos up. So I put it up there also, so you can really access my stuff off of there or YouTube or online.
All right. Before I get into this record, first of all, is it hard dating and being in the music industry or pursuing a music career?
So I guess with me, it's a little different because I never...
90 seconds.
I guess I've always been a relationship type of a person. I'm not dating right now. I'm involved with someone, and I've been involved with them for almost 7 years. So I don't really... I'm not dating right now. So I can't even answer that question. Now, as far as, like, with the person that I'm with, he understands, you know, my dreams, and you know, he supports it.
Yeah, that was going to be my next question.
That's also very important.
Yeah, that was going to be the next question.
60 seconds.
Is he understanding of those late night studio sessions and, you know, back and forth to shows? How is that?
Well, that's the thing. I feel like with relationships and whenever you have a job that is very demanding, that it takes you away from your significant other, your significant other just has to be that understanding type of a person, you know? And I guess I'm lucky because he is, and I'm grateful for that. I don't know how it's going to be when I get bigger, you know, and it's going to be even later nights and longer days.
Right.
But for right now, I feel like we're taking it a day at a time, and so far so good.
All right. So look, I definitely appreciate you coming on the show.
10 seconds.
I appreciate you having me. Thank you so much.
And I want you to introduce this record to the people, but before you introduce the record, please, one more time, remind them about the album, where they can find it, and where they can find the web series.
Okay. Guys, my name is Shana Lee. My album Phases is on all streaming platforms. That's Tidal, Spotify, Apple Music, whatever you listen to, you can find it there. And let's get into the single off the album. It's called Make You Mine.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too.
I was wrong when I saw you. You was on it like white on rice. Couldn't make it too easy. So I had to put up a fight. You raised my temperature. This can't be just love. I want you to be easy. Won't you come home with me? I'll put it down, you'll see. Just tell me what you need. You must think that I'm playing. I ain't the basic type. Far from those other.
What up, everybody on the check-in? What up, Carlos?
I'm gonna make you mine. I'm gonna make you mine. I'm gonna make you mine. I'm gonna
One time for my girl, Shana Lee. Y'all make sure y'all check out that album, Phases.
I need you to be my boo. I'm gonna make you mine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna make you mine. I'm gonna make you mine. I'm gonna make you mine. I need you to be my boo. I need you to be my boo. Lately my phone been playing and there's no stuff to do. No, I ain't entertained.
Coming really soon, y'all. I got the duel coming. I'm just trying to work the kinks out.
Yeah, yeah. And I know it ain't cool, but all I do is think about you. I can't control myself.
One time my mom do come to check in.
I think that I need help. You're my obsession. My obsession. I'm feeling like I'm strong. Yeah. I want you to be 80. Won't you come home with me? I'll put it down, you see. Just tell me what you need. You must think that I'm playing. I ain't the basic type. Far from those other bitches. I just might change your life. I'm gonna make you mine. 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 I need you to be my boo. I need you to be my boo. I'm gonna make you mine. 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 I need you to be my boo. I need you to be my boo. Let me know when you're coming my way. I got plans for you if that's okay. As long as you love me, baby, I'll be counting down until that day. Let me know.
Y'all definitely make sure y'all come back tomorrow, 5 p.m. We got it going down. Blues artist, Mr. Ivy Blue.
Okay. As long as you love me, baby. If you love me, baby. That day, I'll be counting down until that day.
Alright, that's it. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. That was Miss Shana Lee. The name of that joint was Make You Mine. Y'all definitely make sure y'all go follow on Instagram at It's Shana Lee. Alright? It's your boy Vic XL. Now be back tomorrow at 5 p.m. And for those who don't get a chance to check me out, happy birthday and I love you all. Happy birthday. Happy Thanksgiving. And I love you all, man. I'm tripping. Alright, it's time for me to go to sleep. Peace. I'm gone.